A centennial story from the Portland Clinic. Around local playing fields, he's known as one of the oldest soccer players in Oregon. Well into his 80s, he's played the beautiful game for more than 40 years. There are those who might remember him as the Navy ensign, assigned to submarine service during the Vietnam War. But it's likely many more know of him from the medical facility that bears his name, the Portland Clinic's Roger Alberty Surgery Center. And what does Dr. Alberty think about that?
I tell people the only thing that concerns me, people I know that have their names on buildings are dead. That was one thought.
No doubt, a healthy sense of humor and a friendly personality served him well throughout a medical career during which he distinguished himself as one of Portland's top surgeons.
Roger is one of the foundation doctors of the Portland Clinic.
And that's just for starters. Along the way, Dr. Alberty also served as president of the medical staff at St. Vincent Hospital and served 12 years as that hospital's director of surgery. He received multiple awards for excellence in teaching at Oregon Health Sciences University, where he was clinical professor of surgery and where an Excellence in Teaching Award is given annually in his honor. Not bad for a guy whose medical career had a late start. Roger deciding to leave his Navy career behind, not being sure initially for what.
Serendipity. I had no thoughts. Didn't think about it at all, with the exception that I knew my attributes, aside from driving submarines, were pretty limited. So I thought, oh, I'll try medical school. I knew nothing about medicine or medical school. All I knew was from a general practitioner in our little town of 5,000 people, and my uncle.
That would be Ambrose "Bucky" Shields, a successful and well-known Portland doctor who would become Roger's mentor as he went through medical school in his native Kansas and surgical training in London and finally at Portland St. Vincent Hospital.
Next thing I know, I'm about 39 years old and I get my job.
He joined the staff of the Portland Clinic when it was still located in a former downtown hotel, a place Roger found out may have had quite a history.
I am told, as I told you, I've never been able to verify the fact that it used to be the Hooker's Hotel. I don't know that that is a fact, that's just what I was told.
The clinic would soon move to a sparkling new location, but when he went to work in 1974, the Portland Clinic already had something Roger wanted: expert medical colleagues.
In short, the three surgeons that were already there. They were my mentors, kind of my heroes. I had great admiration for all of them. I thought they could still teach me a lot, and especially about office surgery.
And that likely played a part in an advancement that would change the delivery of healthcare throughout the region. Dr. Alberty was instrumental in helping develop the first successful outpatient surgical center in Oregon. That allowed many patients to go to the Portland Clinic for surgery and go home on the same day.
And I thought, well, if we plan it correctly, we ought to be able to start doing the surgery here instead of at the hospital. And I had been told that patients prefer it. Not as much paperwork, not as much rigmarole, small confined space, an area they're used to, familiar with.
And so what started in the lowest level of the Portland Clinic's downtown building is now commonplace. Numerous day surgery centers, including the one that bears Dr. Alberty's name, are now in operation. Another of his major medical contributions is more difficult to quantify. As a teacher of new surgeons at OHSU, Dr. Alberty felt an obligation to teach not only how to doctor, but how to be a doctor.
You have to be more than a technician, especially in surgery. Dealing with people is the tricky part. To me, that's a classic doc, a real doc. It can handle the patient, not just the operation.
Even so, in retirement, Dr. Roger Alberty is not apt to dwell on how he helped advance medical care or even how he taught many doctors a way to talk with their patients and ease their concerns. It's likely he thinks more about what he learned along the way from those other doctors, his heroes, in fact from everyone, and from the Portland Clinic.
It gave me a start with the cream of the crop, best surgeons in town in my opinion. I got to learn a lot. I learned from my fellow physicians, I learned from the nursing staff, I learned from my students. that was fun. I enjoyed that part.